Stefani her pins, please.
Oh my gosh, you posted my life off the heaven.
It was very
existing. But see the rock roots like completely represented in that performance.
But the boy that was playing the guitar that was supposed to be the Bradley Cooper-esque, he looked at like he was all in shocked. He was awkward. He didn't know he wanted to smile or just break down.
Me personally, I was enthralled. I was just in my own zone. I was happy.
You better be enthralled.
What's up, YouTube? What's going on?
Oh yeah, we are live on YouTube right now.
YouTube Nation.
Check us out, BeatsAndBull. So yeah, but definitely Shallow was really good, and I really love Gaga. And shout out for her winning 3 Grammys. We'll get more into the breakdown of that in a bit. After Lady Gaga, Travis Scott went out. Now he did Mile High first with him, James Blake, and Feeling Vaguely, and he also had
and that's what Earth, Wind, Fire, Horn sounds like.
Purge, yo.
Earth, Wind, Fire, Horn sounds like that. But
when is the side note? When is the TV series coming out? Because I need to check that.
It started.
It already did?
Yeah, it started last year.
For what?
God damn it!
The Purge TV series.
Oh God, I need to check that out.
There was such a thing.
I've been hearing about. I'll check that out. So they did Mile High first, and then he did No Bystanders. Now I like Travis Scott.
Did he do Sicko Mode at the end?
He need a certain person to do Sicko Mode, and said certain person's not performing. So you cannot do Sicko Mode because it would not be said sickening. So with that in mind, I think for that reason, I probably didn't like the performance like that.
It would be the Super Bowl performance.
Now,
this is me dead.
So yes, it was a very lackluster performance. I like the whole mosh posh kind of like whole gang thing not gang thing, but I would say more like, the whole crowding around.
I didn't like how they made him look like he was in a jail. I mean,
that was kind of like the thing though too.
It made me feel like, why are you portraying a black man in a jail? This is what people live in. Sorry. My personal thing.
No, you're good. But no, I kind of got that same look too. So yeah, I understand. But like I said, it was kind of like, it was kind of a lackluster kind of thing with me.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette during his performance.
Sure.
Damn. So next thing we got going on is the tribute. So Jennifer Lopez was Frontline of the Motown tribute. The song she sang, before we get to that, she sang Dancing in the Street. She first started off, but then she did Please Mr. Postman. She ended up doing Money, That's What I Want. Do You Love Me? Then she did ABC, My Girl. Did Papa Was a Rolling Stone. I think she did that one. War Square Biz, Another Star. Now, thoughts on this? The tribute. Did she do well? Did she represent the culture? You have your hand up, Rich.
Teacher. You know what? I honestly say I applaud her because she stuck to her wheelhouse. She stuck to songs that were in her range. She didn't try to do too much. Yep. She kept it entertaining, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you. I agree as well. I'm so surprised. Okay,
that was.
So I do feel like I am the outsider in the room. That's fine. Love the performance. J-Lo did what she had to do. It gave me more Vegas than Motown. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I think that's why they got her for that though.
But
they wanted a full-on performance for the stage on TV.
I get what you're saying. It seemed like a Vegas presentation. I get
it was like a Vegas Motown review.
I was more
second sound. I agree.
Yeah.
She did awesome. She did songs that fit her.
I tell you what,
the 60th anniversary at this point, Motown itself reaching this point in time as a label is very monumental for not only for our African American music label, for us in general. So I understand, and you're getting
thanks.
You hit it.
Exactly.
Interesting.
But I have my own personal gripes with Motown because Detroit should have never went through a side. being in the industry, they need like a new Jimmy Iovine to fix Motown. Not knowing that's already in there, no Clive Davis, and then like they need
Well, they
someone
need
new.
somebody that knows the history of Motown and the climate of today,
Yeah,
and intertwine the two.
and bring in some talent
Yeah,
that's gonna make them pop.
I agree.
the talent is out there.
Yeah,
The talent is everywhere.
if they did a
The talent is out there.
yeah,
The talent is everywhere.
if they came back here and brought talent from here to make it Motown again,
Yeah,
That
I mean,
That would be nice.
it's talent.
Motown again.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
That would be nice.
it's talent here. It's talent
Oh,
elsewhere. It's
No,
talent
it's
everywhere.
talent there. I'm telling you.
It's just labels don't want to do the work that they used to do now. They don't want
they
to
don't make the same
They want to
money.
go.
And that's
They want to
fine.
go. They want to
Yeah,
go.
they want,
And that's
they want
fine.
instant success.
and that's
But-
fine, and that's fine. I think, and that's the way you see so many artists.
No, that's not fine because that's the problem of the industry today.
Yeah, that's why a lot
Because
of people do
Labels
distribution instead
don't.
of
All
labels.
what they do now, they look and see. Okay, this person has built one for himself. He got a fan base already. Let's grab him. We're not gonna put him through no artist development. We're not gonna do nothing. All we're gonna do is put money.
because you already done the marketing for
All
us.
we're gonna do is put money behind them. So now you putting this person out there that only got just because they have a following, not necessarily because they're talented. Yeah, sometimes it happens because they're talented and they have a following. But look at a lot of the people that's got put on just because they had a following. Soldier Boy,
But that's
you know,
why.
I mean, he put himself on. But,
Yeah, but that's why I respect. I have my personal gripes with Berry Gordy, but that's why I respect Berry Gordy as
The development was real.
the development was real. He took people that used to just hang out, like most of the Motown artists
Well, again,
lived.
that was a sign
They
of the
hung
times,
out
though.
at Motown. They
That was a sign of the times, though.
yeah, that was the sign of the time. They sung. That was their thing. So he put the work behind it to develop them.
We get. Well, I'll say
This
this.
is a larger argument.
This is larger art. I'll say it like this because I'll just say my endpoint and then we'll get to the rest of the performers. We can agree that a lot of the artists out today don't have development. That's the reason why a lot of people adore her. She was on RCA for 7 years before they did anything with her along with her team, and that's the true development of an artist.
She been signed to art. She was.
And I agree, a lot of these artists don't come out the woodwork polished, and that's a lot of people. Public like it because it's real. For a lot of us who are knowing more of this industry and the track record of it is a bad thing. We need to stop getting labels though to do this for us. The internet at this point is a great resource. Your artists, interviews, things like that is a resource. At this point, there's no excuse for an upcoming artist to not learn, research, and study development. Look at the artists that you love and answer interviews. Look at the performances that your faves do. If you really are influenced by true artists, you would study them. That's how they did it. They were looking at videos. They were looking at interviews. They were listening to their music. So I get when people say, and I get it, because I agree, a lot of the artists that I like are not developed. I love SZA. I love so many people who are out right now in R&B and pop. But I know God and dang well, like BB Rexa. I love BB Rexa. I really do. Last weekend at that Grammy performance, that was distasteful. I don't give a damn if your song was on #1 for 50 weeks. Everybody had their song for #1, boo. You're just like everybody else. Don't treat your audience like that.
Yeah.
She did.
Don't treat your. That makes you. That, you was talking about being Staten Island, being a bitch then. You about to be a bitch now in this industry. I hope you know that. So my thing about that, and I agree, it is bad. But at this point, there is no excuses. At the end of the day,
So
there is
emotional.
not.
What did I miss?
So emotional.
This industry is something that I've loved and that I'm passionate
Well, what
about,
does she
and I get
do?
from
That's
all
what
ends.
No, this industry is something I loathe because of I love
Policies are a bitch,
The
but I
politics
get
is
the
a
artistic
bitch.
end of it.
Yes, the artistic in it is amazing, and it could be, and it needs to be more, like you said, more polished. But until we get people with the teams that's gonna do the work, because everybody want to make a quick buck.
And no one wants to do the work, which is sad. Going forward, the last couple of performances after the Motown tribute. Wow, Motown tribute. Right? I said Motown. Moo.
Moo. Bitch, I'm a cow.
Now, moo.
It was a random moment, y'all. Brandy Carlisle. This here was such a shock to me when she performed the joke. Now, also shout out for a fellow LGBTQ plus representative. Yay. I was very surprised hearing that. I didn't know she was a queer artist.
I don't either.
So I was very happy to find out she had all these nominations and a voice. Oh my God. When that performance ended, that shook my soul just by the fact she was singing. I never heard of the song, and again, that was on
I'm gonna go back and watch
here.
this performance. We were watching the same show.
But oh my,
I was talking shit.
I was about to say like, and that I mean, now listen, I can judge some song, I can judge some voices to the house from home. Come on, Mortal Kombat. But like, it shocked me. It really did because it's like I wasn't expecting that voice coming from her.
No, she was good.
And so it was good. That was one of like the surprising performances for me. So that was pretty good. After Brandy Carlisle, you had Chloe and Holly. They did Donny Hathaway as a tribute. And they did Where Is the Love.
Skip.
I enjoyed it. I like the way how they did it, how they arranged it. It's definitely Chloe and Holly, very spacey, very, matching with their...
They kept it though.
Over singing, way too much vibrato.
You have to watch the last episode. You have to watch the episode for Grodish from last week.
I'm sorry, I was not there for any of it.
You have to see the episode of Grodish from last week because they sung on there last week.
I'm on my shit right now. If you know anything about Johnny, he delivers emotion. He invokes emotion. He invokes feeling when he performs. That was not what I got from them. They should not have been singing that song. They're too young for that song. They have not had the experience to perform that song. So no, I was not there for it whatsoever.
Oh, okay. Tell them how you really feel.
Right. Because I mean, where's the love? I mean,
it wasn't there. It wasn't there for that song.
If you feel like that, how do you feel like? What do you feel about how the Black Eyed Peas redid it?
Not there for that either. Anyway.
Oops. So with that in mind, the next performance you had was St. Vincent and Dua Lipa. They actually won Grammys as well. I think St. Vincent won.
That was sexy.
That was really nice. St. Vincent won for Best Rock Song for the song Mass Seduction, and Dua Lipa actually won 2 for Best Electronic Song for Electricity with Silk City, which is a collaborative duo for Mark Ronson and Diplo, and she also won Best New Artist.
Best New Artist.
And
I was fucking shocked.
Well, we'll talk
No,
about
not saying in the bad way. It was because Dua Lipa did her thing with New Rules was the shit.
Her debut album is a bop, and like I'm mad that the states found out about New Rules, and the album itself was so big internationally. But her self-titled debut is really good, really dark pop, really good electronic urban sounds, really nice. But they did a mashup of Mass Seduction and One Kiss. Not gonna lie, I was very surprised Dua wanted to do One Kiss. But then when I started hearing the song, and then when it started mashing up towards the end, I understood it now. Because then it was like, you have a very like rock, electronic song, a very house, bassy song. And then when it got to the end, I was like, oh, y'all minds. I dig it. And I was like, I really liked it. I was like, okay. St. Vincent, I've heard, and I'm now getting into her music. She actually is really dope. She's a very great composer, guitar player, and writer, and singer. So she's really dope. And Dua, I've loved ever since. I'm happy, she's getting a lot of love now in the States. And I've always said, once you get love in the States, you're good to go for a UK artist. I am
glad
happy
that she wasn't a one hit wonder in the States.
And that's the thing.
Because that song was a bop, but it was the perfect get over your man song. It was a club banger. It made you want to dance. You made you want to bump your car. It made you want to say "fuck that bitch." All that.
Yeah, and that was
an
just
all-around good song to be
and
honest.
she got some good people in her
Anytime.
team. I'm very happy about that, and I'm glad she's been one of the few women artists to really work on herself in the sense of like getting her own name out there before she just started doing features. Because Calvin Harris,
Y'all feel it?
Oh no, I was just talking about what it make you want to say fuck that bitch. That's,
I mean, hey, but no, definitely, you know, the fact, you know, New Rules really was the Calvin Paul for the states to love her, and the fact, you know, she didn't really get into a lot of collaborations until the towards the end of this year. One Kid's really being the big song, and then of course Electricity, which is what she won the Grammy with. So definitely a good performance, very, very sexy. We do agree about that. Now, the last two performance was, of course, Anastasia, Andrea Day, and Leonda Adams. They did the tribute for Aretha Franklin doing Natural Woman.
Yolanda Adams.
Yolanda Adams is everything in life.
Yes,
she
she
is
is. Yolanda
everything
Adams.
in life. I'll tell you something. Like,
What's in your cup?
yo, can't nobody fuck with Yolanda Adams, man. That voice is
It's all
it's platinum. That
I
thing
got a
is
funny
crystal.
story about Yolanda Adams and my cousin.
Ooh.
Nothing like that.
Well,
That's how. Well, that's
Why do you automatically go to shit? Stop.
Right. Go bullshit.
Okay.
Bullshit after dark. I'm just playing.
But no.
Yolanda Adams is a pastor, and I respect
No.
her deeply.
My little cousin, he's maybe what?
Simply deep.
He's maybe 10, 11, 12 years younger than me or whatever.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh." I
No,
was
no, no.
thinking that too.
Robert. Anyway.
Every time he hears her voice, it puts him to sleep.
Aww.
Like no
So
bullshit.
cute.
Like a mother's lullaby,
I
kind of.
thought it was just bullshit at first.
Like a mother's lullaby, kind of.
Yeah, but like
okay.
he sits there and he starts playing with his ear, and she's just singing, and it could be gospel, it could be whatever. Her voice, and he sit there.
She do have that kind of voice.
I can't
Before
talk.
before she's done, he's out of there.
You're out of here.
I was like,
to
wow.
this day, one of the songs that I play when I'm going through my shit is "Still I Rise" by her,
Star is a good one.
and it calms me down.
Well, you know, mine is the better is not yours.
Come on.
All right.
Not the live version.
Oh, the album version.
Yeah,
Both versions are good.
the live version, I feel like people they gave it too much and make you look at it a certain way. And open up your arm. Oh,
That's a really good one too.
Now we like revealing all our deeper selves.
Yes. And then the last.
Intimate moment of bullshit.
Now I gotta go back and watch the Aretha tribute again because I was Aretha out, so I just
Okay,
had to
yeah,
take a break.
that's what we're on.
What did Fantasia sing?
They all did Natural Woman.
Right.
Oh, they all sang together.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
did I sang that? Because you know, I thought Fantasia would have sung. No.
And that's what I was going to talk about. They sounded amazing. Yolanda took the show for that one for me, but it was obvious that Fantasia was not in her best vocal.
No, I thought Fantasia would have sung "Never Loved a Man." Yeah, that's what I would expect her for, because she would have gave that "Never Loved a Man" the way that I would. Yeah.
Ladies
Well,
and
the
gentlemen,
Grammys were only given limited portions of time for these tributes. Let's
Okay.
I mean, it's a
ladies and gentlemen,
we'll watch the tribute that come out in March.
I wonder what Soul Train was going to do.
No, because with this Aretha Grammy tribute come out, Fantasia singing on there. Now, if she do "Never Loved a Man" on there, I'm gonna fall
Yeah,
out.
it was obvious that her voice had been stressed, and she was like really working hard to work within what she had. Because otherwise, she would have like taken over. But she was
really
obviously being restrained.
She was being restrained, all
She was
right.
restraining herself. So.
But overall, like I said, the performances overall wasn't too bad. I think overall, like I said, the Grammys and the whole production, you know, was good. Diversity definitely won in a lot of different ways, so that was good. Now, on to the winners and the tallies.
Winner, chicken dinner.
So I have the tallies from last week when we made our predictions, and I'll go from least to the winner.
Let me see.
So, do we want to? So,
I know I had the least.
okay.
Yeah, Eric,
So-
you had 3.
what we're gonna
Which
do?
But in
one
his
you
favor, he was going for his heart rather than what.
I mean, I did too.
What actually wins.
So what we're gonna do real quick, we're gonna announce the winners and then basically find out, who ranked in regards to the winners. So last week we did the Big Four R&B and hip hop categories.
Yeah,
so for record of the year,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
did you tally them or did you just?
think?
Okay, that's good. I was like,
Yeah, no, we did 12 categories.
okay. So for record of the year, yeah.
Sorry.
12. Come
Make you want to floss
stop
when
it.
you do that.
So record of the year was given to This Is America by Childish Gambino, which I think, if I remember, I think it's either Song of the Year, but record of the year was
You
like
won
one of the
record
first
of the year
rap
and
songs.
song of the year.
Yeah, I think rap. He won Song of the Year and record of the year. I think Song is Song of the Year. Song of the Year actually is the
video of the year.
and Video of the Year. Yeah, he won video. Yeah, he won 3 because he won Video of the Year. He won
We talk about the
record
ones
of the year.
we tallied.
Yeah, the one we did not tally.
Yeah.
Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Video of the Year. He did win that one. Song of the Year, This in America, is actually the first rap song to win the Grammy in that category.
Oh wow!
Give it up.
So keep that in mind.
What is sound effects this week?
Technical difficulties. Don't
Got
ask.
you.
Album of the
We supposed to
year.
be done.
Right.
Things happen.
Right.
So, album of the year was Golden Hour, which was given by Casey Musgraves.
Yep.
That one shook me.
And you know why I had the least? Because in my mind, she didn't win shit.
Casey Musgraves.
Yeah, she won everything.
Casey ended up winning 4 Grammys. She won in the country category for her best country album, best country song,
And I can't really
one
complain
other
about it
one.
because I have not heard the album. So
Yeah,
it just took me by surprise.
But you know how I was surprised who wasn't nominated for Best New Artist?
Oh.
Kane Brown.
That is surprising.
That's interesting.
I don't think he hasn't
but
gotten his year yet.
category,
I think maybe next year, but not this year.
He should have been. That album was out cold.
Yeah, but we found out how certain people, it takes a little bit longer for them to be considered.
Right.
I know.
Best new artist for the Grammys. You have to have like
3 albums,
2 or 3 albums. So that's
Or until, we, the GP, know who you are.
right.
So, yeah, Song of the Year was given to This Is America, which again is Donna Glover. And then Best New Artist was given to Dua Lipa. So
I got
the
the rules. I got them.
She's not even that.
I got 1 Grammy.
Again, 3 years. And literally, New Rules was the 7th single off the album, and then it ended up, it was the 7th single off the album, and then it ended up being like the complete worldwide hit.
Right.
Well, not the lead single. It was so basically after New
In America,
Rules,
it was like the lead single.
it was the lead single. But she's finished with the album already, so she's already getting ready for a second album. She said it's actually almost done, so it will be coming out this year. From what I'm hearing, the influence are this time. I'm actually very excited to see how it is. Because I know she says it's gonna be a lot more soulful. So a lot of the influence I know
I would
she's
love to
talking
hear her
about.
sing soul.
She has a very good. It's a developing voice, but she got a lot of grit. And Amy, of course, has been an influence for her as well, along with some other artists like David Bowie. So
Then we did Best R&B Performance.
yes. So R&B performance was given to. So that was a tie actually for Best R&B and Performance. It was given to both her and Daniel Caesar for Best Part. Actually, I take it back. I was with on my Wikipedia right now, and it's not separating well. So it did win Best Part. It wasn't a tie.
Yeah.
The tie came to traditional R&B performance.
Yeah.
That was given to Leon Bridges' Bet Ain't Worth the Hand and How Deep Is Your Love with PJ Morton featuring Yebba. Big up to PJ.
No, I thought Major won that one.
And big ups to PJ Morton for getting the
My
Grammy.
ignorant ass neighbor again with that damn music.
Hold on. I thought it was Leon Bridges and Major that won that one.
No,
You sure?
Leon Bridges and PJ.
Go Grammys.com.
Dead.
But when I tallied up, I did Grammys.com for the winners, and I thought it was PJ. I mean, not PJ Morton, but Leon Bridges and Major.
I saw the live tweets and everything. It was PJ and yeah,
I'm
but
trying to take Grammys away from PJ.
Oh no,
He deserves it.
no, because I mean, if I miscalculated, let me readjust.
All right.
let me
Let me adjust myself.
Dead.
I'm not.
Okay, hold on.
I'm just
Settle there.
solidarity.
Bullshit after dark.
No.
All right.
Yep. It
I'm
was
gonna need you. We're gonna get a drop of beats and bullshit after that. I'm gonna need to record that. You've made it a staple, so I'm gonna need that for a drop.
It was.
Yeah, it was a tie. Yeah.
Between.
How deep is your love, and that ain't worth a damn.
Okay.
Not that
So,
one. No songs up in the
Oh Lord. Now, best R&B song that was given the boot up by LMA.
Really?
Yeah, she won the best R&B song for her first Grammy.
Squirt there.
Best urban contemporary album was given to the Carters for Everything Is Love.
I didn't know they got one.
They did. Urban contemporary. I didn't expect.
I didn't know there was a category.
Yeah,
Considering the fact, so they changed that 3 years ago.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, Grammy changed that 3 years ago. Yeah. So I mean, considering the fact they talked shit about the Grammys and yet Grammys.
The fact that they gave him anything.
Won the Grammy. Yeah, that's
the fact that they had their child sitting there with her graham crackers
The
and
fact
juice
that
in the front row
the
last
fact
year.
they recognize those two have way too much power for them to ignore them.
Boom. That's
Big up Carter's.
Okay.
R&B album.
Okay. Now, best R&B album was given to her, so she won also a Grammy for that.
Yes.
So the last category.
I love how he queens off for her.
You did vote for that.
I love her though.
Comment through. So the last category was rap that we went over. So best rap performance was a tie. That was given to King's Dead, which is Kendrick, J-Rock featuring James Blake, and Bubbling with Anderson .Paak. So
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, you got it.
Isn't that the one I picked?
I'll pick J-Rock.
Expect the damn tie though.
I didn't expect the tie.
No, was Travis Scott in that one?
No.
Yeah.
He was nominated for Sicko Mode, but he didn't
Hold
win.
on. So who's nominated for that one? Rap performance.
Rap performance was Be Careful by Cardi,
Cardi,
Next by
Drake,
What,
Kendrick.
King's Dead, Bubbling, and Sicko Mode.
Yeah, Sicko Mode.
I picked Sicko Mode.
Yeah, you did.
Ugh, I don't even like that.
Too much podcast juice.
I don't even like that.
That would have been that category where it's just like, yeah, here's the name. Fuck it. We gotta move
Damn,
on.
he did win 4. Best rap song performance was actually given to Childish for This Is America.
Yep.
He won 4?
Yep.
Grammys that night.
Yeah.
Damn.
Come on, actor, comedian.
So wait, so Kendrick didn't win any?
He did. King's Dead.
Yeah, he won.
King's Dead, right?
And he won.
And then he won Best Album for Score and Film Media. Black Panther won that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
And then yeah, for that and Greatest Showman won one for something as well. But yeah, they did win for Black Panther.
Kendrick was there?
Kendrick was
No,
there.
he was not there.
Best rap song was given to God's Plan by Drake.
That I did not agree with.
I knew that was gonna happen.
That just seemed like the Ooh, I'm not gonna say that.
And then Best Rap Album was given to Invasion Privacy with Cardi B.
Okay.
So, at the end of the
How do we
day,
feel about Cardi winning Best?
At first I was
best
happy,
rap album?
and then after I was upset, and then afterwards I was happy. I'm happy for the fact we have another woman. We have another woman rapper who is now coveted this award. I'm very happy about that.
But Pusha deserved
yes,
that
let's
one.
be real. There are look, because between Pusha, Swimming, and other albums, which tying into that, of course, everybody know the whole situation with Cardi, Mac, and Ariana. That situation happened after, which a lot of people thought that she was shading Cardi, which was not the case. Mac Miller's parents was invited actually to the Grammys, and it was just very heartening for them not to get their son to get the Grammys, and that's why she was mad about that. Long story short, I'm happy about it. Really, that the fact that she got the Grammy. Yes, trust me, not me. Yes,
Nah, me.
but let's be real. Cardi has had a very great jump from this career, has turned her life around, and really has shown
Turn my life around.
that women rappers can't do entertainment. Yes, we know Nicki is about her penmanship. We do not discredit that. But I think the one thing we've shown about Cardi B, especially for women rappers, that they can also be entertainers. They can be everything. They can be, a machine. I think Cardi has shown that with her personality and also from what the production and songs that she did.
I'm about to sound like a Nicki hater on that one. Yes, Drake, Wayne, and Safari are good penmanships.
Oh, wow.
So, long story short, that is the tea for this week in regards to the Grammys.
With our Grammy results.
What was the
Let's get to the end results. So, we're done with the Grammys. We're going to get to the results.
But there was a question.
Me and Eric tied for third place with 3 right ones.
All right.
King, you came in second place with 6. And Cole beat you by 1 with 7.
Nice.
Of course.
Huh.
Damn.
You ain't sleep yet?
Bullshit.
Apparently, y'all all were. So, anyway, moving
I
on.
stay woke.
Not on this subject.
So, next thing I'm doing.
What
Damn.
the fuck was that?
How he sounded
That
like.
ad noise was
Actually, that's how you
vibrating.
sound tonight. I got recordings.
Beats shit with this week. So, beats shit this we got going on this week of related releases and music that came out this past week. So, this week
Not macaroni and cheese.
was a very sporadic but very fun week. A lot of people brought out music within the last few days, including today. So going through that,
Friday.
brought out Talk, which is really, really nice. That came out on Thursday. That was actually with production with Disclosure, which that was really, really dope. I think Disclosure definitely do a lot more like pop records like that. That was really, really nice to hear that. Migos brought out Position to Win, which that came out as well this past week. Chainsmokers brought out their brought out a new song with 5 Seconds of Summer. Mary Morris brought out a song with Brandi Carlile called Common, so that's gonna be out on her new album Girl that's coming out later on this year. Wiz Khalifa and Currency brought out their collaborated project 2009, which I still haven't heard, but I heard pretty good things of that.
You said Wiz?
Wiz and Currency. They brought out a mixtape a couple
Currency.
weeks back, and then they did it.
I thought you said Currency. I'm like, who is Currency? Currency.
Dead.
That's what it sounded like. Shit.
Finish him even.
Your proper ass.
Dead. Lil Durk, I guess, brought awesome stuff as well. Trey Songz finally released the song Chi Chi with him and Chris Brown. The video came out like a couple weeks ago, though. Megan Trainor dropped an EP called The Love Train.
Not loving it.
And, of course, the big, of course, release this week was Ariana Grande, Thank You Next. That did come out on Friday.
Yeah, Thank You Next.
Okay. Yeah. I really want to feel that.
Thank you.
Oh, you weren't feeling it either? Wow. Okay.
I wasn't feeling that.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I got it. It was very fan based album. That was her fan base album.
It was cute.
Nah.
It wasn't I'm about to drop some hot shit and get new fans. No, this was like this is strictly for the fans.
There was nothing that made me want to go back and listen again.
Yeah, that was strictly for the fans.
I'm sorry.
And for the video, I'm not just off doing shit. I'm social media and trying to get you motherfuckers to follow us and become a part of the Bullshyt Nation and all that.
Bullshyt Nation.
Don't think I'm just off doing
Join
some
over
shit,
the
not paying
please join
attention.
over the Bullshitters. We definitely want to have you guys around. You guys start checking out. Or you guys checking us out on YouTube.
Y'all want to be our little turds.
Check us out on BeatsAndBull.
That's it, man. Hey.
As the peanut gallery is crowding it around.
Become one of our turds.
If you guys like this, definitely check us out more on our last podcast.
What's up, my turd?
What's up, turds of the world?
Let's not do that, please. Let's not do that.
We want our turns to float with us.
No.
Don't get flushed now.
Too far.
Too far.
Academics is still online. What the fuck are you talking about?
Here's the thing. Wow. Here's the thing with the album, and the contrary with that is that the fact like more people are listening to the album, and I think she is getting new fans with it. And I look at it at both ends. I look at it at both ends because, like, yeah, I like the album. Do I like her? Yes. Do I think the album is an improvement from what she did prior? Yes. Do I think it's probably one of her better albums? I agree. But what I
You talking about her, right?
no,
we're talking about Ariana.
Ariana, okay.
But what I mean about this is for the fact is like I look at how this was done, why it was done, and the execution.
Yeah, it was a breakup album. She did it in 3 weeks. I give her that. And I'm not saying it was a bad album, but
It wasn't bad.
it wasn't bad. I mean, Truly Yours was better.
Yours truly, her first album was
Truly Yours.
My Everything was a bop. Dangerous One was a bop. So the reason why I'm happy about this is more for the fact
I'm not in this subject. What's so fucking bad?
and that's fine. The reason why I like about the album, the reason why I like about this is the fact she's finally able to find the good camp of hers to find the sound that she's looking for. Also for the fact this is the album she made with all of her. The other thing about this is the fact that this is an album she made with all of her friends. Like, this is not something that was like, oh, I'm just going to find all these random ass people. Victoria Monet and Tommy Brown have been with her.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm not discrediting that at all. It was a great ass album. I mean, it just wasn't my personal favorite of hers.
This nigga stripping on video.
I do have a shirt on under here.
I know, it just look funny.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's just what I'm saying right now because I am mad at her.
I mean, my shirt do say down and dirty.
Look what this nigga do to get his audience.
Right.
There you go. But
sex sales.
But basically, the other thing though with it as well as like the fact like this is all done in 3 weeks. The writing of most of the albums took an hour, with the exception of one song. What I'm happy about this is the fact like this is not even a month of material. Let alone she actually takes time to actually like take a longer time. What are you doing? All the pauses.
Clever, you are pause.
Just press the stop button.
Please be kind of rewind.
Pull the cord out of the wall.
I'm old school blockbuster. Please be kind of rewind.
Really bad. Just really all of that.
Okay.
I just don't know what I saw there. But basically, I'm excited. It's just gonna be really nice to see her do more. I'm just excited where the trajectory she's going. I think this album really is at least going to let people know where she's at now with the music, where she is now willing to, go deeper into like not only her writing, but also with a lot of the production. I like a lot of stuff that she did with this album, and like I said, it was done very quickly, but just showing the quality of how this came out shows that, she's really serious about performing her craft. And I think you can't say that with no other artist, especially in pop music.
I just say this. She went back to that thing, and me and Cole talked about this. Her diction, like, in that song, it's like, how about that? What? What did you say? I haven't watched a couple times.
I thought it was better on this album.
No! Oh my God, no!
Talking about diction.
Oh my God! No, diction, not dick. Anyway, oh my God, no!
I definitely said diction.
Trust me. I know I know Baby Doll knows
Last
It's gonna be
album
another
was very good as far as me understanding what she was saying. This current album was like I'm back to like Ariana season 1. I could not understand what the fuck she was saying.
No, it made me go back to fucking what's the show she was on?
Victorious.
Yeah, she made me go back to Victorious.
Victorious.
Everything was so mumbly.
Just her diction. Her diction made me go back to
what the fuck she was
Victorious.
singing about. I was like, rewind that.
The content of the music was very grown up. I loved it. It was the diction they got.
I like the beats and everything. It sounded like it should be good, but I could not understand what the fuck she was talking about.
Poor baby.
Okay. No, I understand. Like I said, don't get me wrong. Her pronunciation has not been the best. But I thought Sweeter was a lot more mumbled than it was this time.
It was so lazy.
But like I I said, I love the album. It's a non-skip for me. I have been playing it back to back to back, and just from all
return to it.
the numbers and the from the fact people are enjoying it. The third single doing pretty well. It's happy for her. So.
That's the album that I would buy, and they go in my little CD show. And that's when you
just to complete the set.
Complete set, but you pull it out during like a gathering you have while you playing cards or something where you really not listening to music but you vibing.
I mean, it's that one of those albums too. Like I said, it's a good album. I think it is probably right now part of the trinity of her discography at this point. Me personally, it's My Everything, Dangerous Woman, and this album where it really
Sweetener was better to me.
I like Sweetener, but like when I look at Sweetener when I see Sweetener and Thank You Next, it is an antithesis to Sweetener, which is why I like Thank You Next a lot. And coming from someone who listens to Sweetener, Thank You Next, and can relate to both albums, to one with Sweetener kind of being in like not a fake happiness and thinking that things are going to be okay, things are going to be better, and pushing through that darkness. For me, it was a relationship and realizing, friendships and myself in general. Then with Thank You Next, I can understand it where it's like you're really sitting into your own self, sitting into your own oneness and understanding that, shit is not okay, but it'll be okay. And then just understanding yourself and realizing that you don't need to like...
You got personal for you right there?
Yes. So for me, music for me is always... Music for me is... The music for me is personal and is always just a healer for me, along with other benefits. So for me, like those two albums, like I can literally be like, I've been on this and the other end. So really good album, a very good thing for Ariana. So very happy for that. But songs of the week, in regards to stuff that's been going out, we are going to say our songs of the week and what they were.
I feel like I need to rethink mine now.
No, you gotta come prepared.
It's always an issue with your song.
No, because I blacked out on the Grammys. I didn't realize that my song of the week was performed on there.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, really?
We can still do it.
Yeah, like ain't no rules like for songs of the week.
I actually have 2 songs of the week this week.
You only get one.
Okay.
Sorry, boo.
You doing too much.
Right.
I'm doing a lot. Well,
Yes, you do.
somebody like it.
Well, since you have 2, Rich, you go first. What is your song of the week? You gotta pick which one though. So.
You can't have both at the same time.
Fuck you. My song of the week is Free My Nigga 21 Savage. He's out now. A lot featuring J. Cole.
That was your song last week.
That was my song last week. Was it? Then I only have one song this week. I was still playing it this week. My bad. Then my song of this week is by Avery Wilson, Dollar Bill.
Ooh.
Y'all don't know I heard that. If y'all know Avery Wilson, you better check him out.
Did you do you watch Terrell on YouTube?
Terrell Carter? Yes.
His I
Was Here. His I Was Here version of it. He did.
No, but he do song association videos, and he did a song association video actually with Avery Wilson. Yes. So very, very for good.
The second person Clive Davis personally ever signed, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Whitney Houston was the first.
I know.
The voice.
I found that interesting when you said that.
The voice.
Okay, I like that song though too. Eric, what's your song of the week?
My song of the week is Meek Mills and Drake, Going Bad. And it's my song of the week because I didn't like it at first.
Okay.
And when the video came out, it made me look at it in a different, light or whatever. Actually, shout out to Joe Buttons and them, they had a debate on which song was harder, the Fabulous and Meek song or the Drake and Meek song. And I was on the Fabulous and Meek song. To be honest, I still might be. 'Cause that song is still dope to me. But like I say, I didn't even like the Drake and Meek.
They do, because
at first.
Visuals matter.
With a lot with 21 Savage and
that
J.
video
Cole.
was
I
fucking
wasn't
everything.
feeling that song either until the video. So Yeah.
The video was fucking everything. It was a piece of black masterpiece art.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it made me look at the song in a new light, and I actually like the song now. What in the fuck?
Really?
Food.
But yeah, it made me like. I love the song now, so that's my song review.
Feel that. Cole.
Cold World.
Song of the
Cold Bill. I can't have Cold World because somebody else claimed that. But
Barely got Crowville.
nigga, I did that. Send it to you. Anyway, my song of the week is apparently was performed at the Grammys. I blacked out at this time, but Mile High by James Blake and Travis Scott. So yeah, it's again one of those get you in the mood songs. For some reason, James Blake decided to do some trap music. And
What kind of mood do it get you in?
it's one of those songs that's talking about sex and like pretty much. So
Yeah, James started. I know album. What was it, a couple of weeks
January,
ago?
I think?
Yeah, so I know he's been influencing a lot more trap music into the newer albums. So yeah, he really has definitely been someone who's kind of been in the culture, definitely in the backgrounds and the
And he's been
vocals.
working with a lot of artists behind the scenes, especially with the hip hop culture itself. So he has a footing in the place, but I've just never heard him do trap before.
Yeah, I think.
And he has this whole sound that's atmospheric.
Don't mind the noise in the background. We're just reconstructing the kitchen.
It's not reconstruction.
Contractors out here. No deal.
Under construction. But like I said, James Blake has this whole atmospheric sound to his music, and it brings you in with adding to the whole hip hop levels of trap with Travis and everything, and
Let's level to this shit.
and the way they sung the songs. I mean, it almost came to a point where you couldn't figure out who was singing in different points, and it just meshed together so very fucking
Eric,
well.
that's
It
what
was,
you
it
grab
was
music.
sexy, and I loved it. I'm sorry.
Could you stop Sharukaning the microphone?
Sharukin.
Sharukan.
Can we get the Grammy music next week?
Really?
Because everybody got cut off.
I'm talking about for everybody, not just you.
Wrap it up, B.
Everybody got the
No, mine was shorter than everybody. What the fuck?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general.
All right, so
And then
all right,
forward.
Grammy music is playing, so
Right, and going forward. My song of the week is
damn.
Wow.
Dead.
Why are we popping out violins?
Dead.
Oh shit,
I'm dead.
that was funny.
That was rude.
Love you too.
You mean it?
Okay. Basically, horrible. My song of the week is actually one that I've loved, and then the video came out, and I love it even more now. And that is Waves by Normani featuring Black. And that is why I saw on the week. Love Normani, love her, and just the trajectory is going. All the songs so far that she brought out have been hot. What's so particular about Waves that I like is truly the sound she's going into as a solo artist, and I'm happy she's doing a lot of an alternative R&B vibe, which is really interesting.
I thought you were about to say it truly had wave sounds in it.
I wanna cancel the whole alternative thing. I've been calling it progressive R&B.
Yes, it's progressive R&B.
Like this alternative shit. Let's moving forward with our new sound that y'all are probably gonna copy and trying to rebrand.
Well, they still call it alternative lifestyles. So I mean,
Progressive
Again,
lifestyle?
fuck that too.
progressive
Come on,
lifestyles.
progressive
Right,
lifestyle.
thank you.
But yes,
We're moving forward with our shit.
yes,
We're not staying behind.
yes,
Fuck anchors.
yes. No, yes, it's progressive, definitely, and I agree with that term. Progressive is definitely something with music that needs to evolve. Alternatives, of course, the best way to box it. But yes, it is progressive for R&B. It's a different sound than what her particular R&B sounds is. But it's a very sexy song. It's a very immersive song. Normani just with the lyrics is very great, and her voice is very awesome with it. And Black with his feature is really dope. And of course, he's always a good feature. But the video came out actually yesterday, and this girl's mind already gives me hope and just shows me she's definitely up and coming next. It's a very visual video, very CGI and very, aspiratic, very, planetary.
You need a baby song when the church mother's
it just gives me life. And it's just like the dance moves and everything. Like, y'all need to see this video.
Is this
anyway,
nerd play? I'm just like, okay.
But yes, please, if you guys
checking out the video after this,
you want to check it out, it is Waves by Black. Good ass song, great video, highly recommended, and that is my song of the week. So, with that in mind, with the songs of the week,
I was going to add to yes. What was the video that she had with was it Sam Smith?
Dance with a
Stranger.
Like, I'll have to recognize that she is doing her thing. Like, she performed her ass off in that video.
What about him?
Why do you want to get me to a negative space?
with the stranger.
But I'm recognizing that she's becoming a full fruition as an artist, as far as performing, vocals, and everything. She's making her way.
Shout out to Normani. You doing your thing.
Yes, and she is also going to be on the Sweden tour. So excited to see her in April.
Yes.
In the pause more, can I ask a question now? Does anybody have anything that they had in their purview as their song of the week that you were like on the fence about?
There was one song I was on the fence about actually.
Okay.
So the other song I was actually going to pick was actually not Ariana. That whole album is just this is on category. It was actually Queen Herbie. Queen Herbie actually dropped EP5 this past week, and the song actually that I was baiting on was On God, which is the last song off of the EP.
You got a song called On God.
On God. Yeah.
On Guard or On God?
On God. G-O-D.
I thought you said On Guard.
Motherfucker, now you're just hearing shit now. It's damn. But
It sounds the same shit.
That's what I thought you said.
I heard On God, but it just sound like it's on. It sound like
On God. Yeah.
It sounds like Zorro.
That's the new saying that the kids say.
On God.
I thought she was on some Zorro type shit.
And I like the song because that one's kind of talking more like, like talk shit about me now, hate on me all you want, bad in the day, you're going to be on my squad, on God, basically. So I like the song. So, but yeah, so that is Bullshyt. Definitely check out the songs on descriptions on your favorite streaming platform. And next we got going on is Black Excellence of this week. First thing we got going on with Black Excellence is LeVar Burton and his local city of Sacramento. The Sacramento Bee has commended him and his tributes and have renamed one of the parks.
Under construction, but okay.
With one of the parks from Sacramento named under him. Richfield Park is the name, and Melview was being renamed LeVar Burton Park. He moved to Sacramento actually when he was 3 years old, and the assistant planner of the city.
Smurf face.
Yikes!
You about to roast him worse than Nick Cannon did by a while now.
I can't even say why, but all right, fine.
Basically, the city is happy that they have picked this park with his name.
Now who you say? Who is this?
LeVar Burton. He's getting one of the Sacramento parks named after him.
What did he do? What he do?
So he moved to Sacramento back when he was 3 years old with his family.
To
so
do
he
what?
just been
what do you do there to get a park named after? Because I can just go out and I want that park named after me.
He was in Star Trek.
I'm about to say LeVar Burton's an American treasure.
Rainbow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Wait.
I was trying to. That's what I was trying to get
That
at.
don't have no introduction.
Wait, he was two.
I don't give a fuck.
That's an American treasure.
Is he?
I just want a picture. You can't go wrong with a picture.
Does this sound familiar?
You just said read the rainbow. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Butterfly in the sky.
Bitch, I can go twice
go.
as high.
Okay,
Yeah,
he just had to.
I just need you don't come up often. You know.
Side note, have y'all heard?
Shows recently that was out. I'm just saying.
Side note, have y'all listened to the DMX remix to that song?
Yes.
No!
Oh,
Reading Rainbow remix?
I've
Of
heard
Reading
this
Rainbow.
shit.
No, I have never heard it.
We're listening to that.
What?
We're listening to that after this.
Come on!
That's just hilarious.
Read a book, nigga!
But basically,
Reading Rainbow.
but yes.
Angry-
But long
Angry
story
Pup.
short, this is a good thing for LeVar Burton. He also commended the naming of the park on Twitter. Especially with one of the commissioners also talking about it as well. Commissioner Chinua Rhodes says, "I'm really happy to see somebody, especially of
Chinua?
color."
Did you say Chinua?
Chinua.
Shenandoah.
Chewbacca?
Shenandoah.
That's literally the name, Chinua.
Chewy! I'm just gonna call her Chewy for sure.
I'm so fucking done with you.
That's the thing.
So,
Look, Shenandoah was one of Shanae's friends.
She was. She worked at the nail shop.
Lord.
Oh shit.
So congrats to LeVar Burton.
Yes,
It's nice to have a company after you. I'm very happy about that. Next we got going up is Pusha T new extended partnership with Adidas. He has signed with
Keep
Adidas
pushing.
for a
Yeah.
extended partnership.
I had no idea that he had a partnership with Adidas.
This started back in 2012. He had worked with
This
Adidas.
park is back. A lot of shit that
wait.
passed
No,
off.
we'll touch on that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Finish it.
Yes. So this is a multi-year deal. This will be a mention with the sportswear company Worth Mills and Doc Hairs. Right now, there are no details of whether or not there is already a new project between the two. But yes, he has extended his partnership with Adidas, and he'll be creating more content and wear for the company. So that is good. I mean, Pusha T definitely getting that bag, and definitely Adidas is a reputable company, community and company. So.
Okay, but can we talk about the shade of this shit though?
Can we clap it up for Pusha T for being the chess player of the year?
Right.
Checkmate.
Straight up.
So
Okay. That was straight up checkmate.
I'll let you do this because this is more your wheelhouse, but yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had the best album of the year.
So
Anyway.
if we go back to the whole Pusha T versus Drake thing,
Oh yes.
this
Take
the
it
whole
slow.
beef, the whole everything was
Chicken the squad.
about this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what he tweeted when they announced the deal?
No,
I know
what
he's
did he
talking
what did
about-
he tweet?
Tweets.
All right, if I remember correctly,
I know he was talking about it, but I didn't see what else he said about it.
if I remember correctly, he said something along the lines of, the bigger play was to get the fake away from the brand, blah, 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 whatever. Basically saying, yeah, I went at this nigga to get him away from Adidas. Adidas was the one that gave him the information on the rollout that he had coming out with his son.
Drake's son.
Yeah, with Drake's son.
That's mystery woman.
Yeah. Well, she ain't a mystery woman no more. Everybody knows
She wasn't a mystery woman in the first
That's what I was
place.
talking about. The shade of it all.
in red.
Nah,
Lady of
I
the night.
mean, he got the rest of the information from Corey, like you said, whatever. But I mean that whole
I mean, she's
thing.
the lady in red now. Shit.
She was a lady of the night too, wasn't she?
Okay.
Well, not on Instagram anymore since we deleted that account.
So yeah, I mean, that's a big jump to Pusha T getting the Ascension partnership. That does add some things, especially if he's trying to push out Drake. So congrats to you. Definitely get that back. And then the last thing we got going on with Black Excellence is a little bit more news with Miss Marseille Martin. Now, of course, we talked a couple of weeks back that she started the project with Universal. She actually has signed now a first look production deal with Universal Studios Pictures, which now makes her the youngest ever actor to sign a first look deal of company and production company. So that's really dope. Of course, with the first look deals, basically she'll be developing the scripts and projects along with Universal. And she already has a project coming out with Universal. I don't know what's going on.
I was just about to ask how old she was.
You look like you about to say something ignorant. That's why I was like, I'm gonna sit and watch this.
She's 14.
Okay.
Yeah, Marseille right now is 14, so she is the youngest to even get a deal with any studio in recent memory. So the new project she actually has going on with Universal is going to be called Step Monster. And this is going to be a comedy written by Dania Norton, which is going to star Miss Martin. And she basically is the synopsis of one adjusting to life with a new stepmother and has to learn that sometimes the only way to tame a monster is to make peace with it, especially if it's the monster is you. So might be kind of playing in the sense of like, hey, not accepting change and not, accepting change within yourself. And so we'll see how that goes, but it's really dope. She has Little coming out April 12th, and then now this project with Universal. We love a standing, creative. So definitely bigs up to Miss Marseille, Martin, in regards to your new first look deal. I'm very happy with that. Marseille, sorry. She low key also she posted it on Twitter actually. The more you know, because people say it's Marseille, it's Marseille, so it's Marseille Martin.
Okay, Marseille.
Shout out to the kids.
Mama said, Mama said, Mama said.
Big ups to Michael.
Shameless Chloe and Henny plug. Shout out to the kids doing good.
Yes, the kids are all right.
The kids are all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was saying before, like this is a prime example of like not
Parenting gone right.
Well, not even just parenting going right, not ignoring our children
Mm-hmm.
and their upcoming.
Parenting gone right.
We have a tendency to ignore our children when they come to us with their ideas and their imagination and everything like that.
I've always said this is never a bad idea or a wrong idea. It's just maybe not executed well. And
Put the arts back in the schools.
Yeah, but then you can find people to curate that and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, next thing we got going on is LGBT news in regards to what's going on with the community. So first thing going on is in Texas, over in Carrollton. Carrollton is actually getting ready to sign an anti-LGBTI discrimination ordinance. So of course these ordinances does help protect those and city employees, contractors, and political appointees.
LGBTQ plus.
It's LGBTI as on the article, so we'll keep that as well. LGBTI
LGBTQ Unlimited.
But basically, this will help protect those. This will protect those who, have, different sexual orientations or go by different gender identities. Basically, this is going to be a good step, especially within Texas and the city, making things a little bit more inclusive. So we are very happy about that.
This is America.
But basically, it sounds like Texans, are getting more into LGBT plus rights. Back in August 2017, Republican legislators actually have failed a measure to have use trans people to use bathrooms. So that was actually not passed actually. So that would restrict the bathroom access. So that is good that they put that out. So they're able to use the restroom within their gender and whatnot. So that's really good. That's a good thing, especially for Texas to do that. Definitely for being a southern state. Definitely it could be a challenge. So that's good for Carlton to do that. So shout out to you guys. Definitely good. So, next thing we got going on in LGBT news is a good development actually with wrestling and the worldwide wrestling, universe. So there's a wrestling company called All Elite Wrestling, and basically they just signed their first transgender wrestler of the name of Nyla Rose. This came up last week.
I'm sorry, that wasn't a funny
What
moment.
was the joke for?
No, because
What was it?
I had a whole internal joke, but it was kind of offensive,
Oh goodness.
and we don't want to be
Now, AEW is actually a brand new wrestling company. It's supposed to be WWE's rival. This is formed actually by billionaire Shahid Khan. He also owns the Jackson Jaguars, and he also owns the English football team, the Fulham FC.
Hold on, you said Shahid Khan?
Shahid Khan.
Shahid Khan. It sounded like you was about to say Shadow Khan. I'm like, oh shit.
Shut
Test your might.
Time out. Just done with you.
Finish him.
Yeah.
Right.
But yes, Nyla did
Mortal
confirm.
Kombat.
Nyla did confirm on Twitter about her getting signed, you know, to AEW. So, basically, she's going to have another. There's going to be another event with AEW in May, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty, you know, cool thing. You know, especially WWE definitely becoming, you know, a big wrestling company, and there are talks actually that been.
They are the wrestling company.
I'm gonna say a big wrestling company.
Now,
they are the wrestling
There
company.
are talks. I know there have been talks that Vince is leaving actually from the company. So
Who?
that's Vince.
Finally?
Yes.
Vince,
Good God.
There
Vince
are
probably gonna
talks.
stop down for production, but still keep his state.
Yes, but there's talks. He's like just like legit like removing himself from the company.
Well, yeah,
He is
the
go a long time
he
ago.
is the
Yeah.
chairman.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely we'll see. But AEW being another source of that is definitely really nice. So it's you know it's good that wrestling you know is coming a lot more into full circle. And,
Well,
I was going to get some background but on it. But,
I'm about to say, well, you know, Linda had to leave the company when she ran for office.
yeah, that's because, yeah.
Political.
But I was going to get some background. Actually, the whole thing came about just because of a challenge. People from, if you're a big wrestling fans, you might know Ring of Honor.
yes.
They feel like
Some people from Ring of Honor decided
Ooh.
they were challenged to say that you can't.
your company was
Don't-
not sustain without you.
No, you can't pose an event and sell out enough tickets for it to sustain it. So they created this event called All In, and it sold gangbusters. It was the highest selling independent wrestling
Yeah, KR.
event ever.
Apparently, Chris Jericho is on AEW.
Yes,
Yes.
he's been signed to it as well.
Yes, when his contract was up with WWE 2 years ago, he went to AEW.
So in the midst of this, they decided, I guess, to
They actually going hard.
right. They secured some branding.
They're going
websites,
hard.
Trademarks for all in for everything that's involved around AEW. And
They got a lot of
just
former
in January to
WWEs
present
on there.
this shit.
He did an interview with Forbes actually, just like literally, it got posted today, but
Oh, really?
of course it was a couple of weeks ago. Apparently they are looking to get a TV deal. There are a couple of suitors looking for television. Basically,
Yeah, so far they've been promoting this thing through YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
they're getting some more people to come into the roster right now. They
You know
want
what? You know
to
what?
develop the people they have now and get some stars into the roster. They are talking about not now, but a good chance there'll be an AEW game. So it definitely sounds like they really want to, become, definitely another standpoint in wrestling. That's good.
Extra sponsoring.
And apparently their Double or Nothing event.
They secured the bag.
Yep, and their Double or Nothing event, I guess, is going to be in May, already sold out.
Right.
You know what the smart move would be for them to do? Because I don't know if y'all are big wrestling fans. I am.
Used to be, I haven't gotten to it in the last
Vince
year.
won't sign CM Punk again.
Oh, he won't, yeah, no, he won't.
If they sign CM Punk, they'll get a lot of WWE.
I can't agree
Why
with that.
won't they something? Why won't they something?
Because it was a big falling out. Just like he wouldn't sign Sable again.
CM Punk was too vocal about everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that's another reason why it's not a good idea, because CM Punk is kind of like rubbed the.
Well, CM Punk was a UFC fighter, so I mean.
No, he became a UFC fighter later, and
Yeah.
then did not prove himself as well.
Yeah, you got
But
that.
he talked so much shit that he kind of like destroyed his fan base as well. So it would not be a good
But
idea.
no,
to
CM
be
Punk still
honest.
has a big fan base because there's a lot of people that want
some,
CM.
but he doesn't have the clout he used to have.
There's a lot of people that would want CM Punk to come back to WWE, but if they sign to AEW, then
Maybe as a heel,
Might
maybe,
jump ship.
maybe he can rejuvenate himself. But at this point in time, CM Punk does not have the draw he used to have.
I digress. In my opinion.
Yeah. So last thing we got
opinion.
going on with LGBT news is a initiative and a step forward for Disney. Now this is a couple of years ago that they were announcing one of their shows that are going to have a gay story arc. And the show that they ended up bringing out was Andy Mack. Basically this past week on Friday they did finally open up the gay arc and the gay storyline to one of the lead characters. And basically,
On what show?
Andy Mack. So Andy Mack is, if I remember this, the show is about this. So basically, it's about a daughter and a mother, and basically is a young daughter that lives with the mother the daughter, which you find out is her mom, and her. And you find out that the daughter is actually the mother of Andy. And she basically learns to get a relationship with her mom and then basically, figure out like the dynamic. But the reason why a lot of people like about the show, that it's one of the first shows to openly talk about a lot of topics like LGBT issues.
So it's gonna be a lesbian issue.
No, the character is a gay male.
Really?
Yes.
Come on, Disney. I was surprised about that.
Lesbiana.
Yeah, no, the show is a gay male
Lebanese.
that they are basically going to portray. And actually, the writer of it, Jonathan Hurwitz, who does the show, it was actually inspired by a coming out story he went through. So basically, he wanted to basically share this story and put this into the story. So basically, very good deal for.
It's on Disney now.
Yes, Annie Mag is on right now. The episode came out last Friday.
So it would be on like Hulu probably.
Definitely big
Disney do Hulu?
In spurts.
Disney does have stake in Hulu, so it might be on there, maybe.
Okay, I'll look for it. I might
be on Freeform. I don't know.
Not on Freeform.
Freeform
But
is.
they've been pretty much holding back all the stuff to put on Disney Plus, so I have no idea, to be honest.
I can find it
I don't know.
somewhere.
Well, you can always find it
I don't
somewhere.
know.
Somewhere over there. They probably have a clip on YouTube about it.
They will. I did
More than
see.
likely.
Yeah, I did see
Somewhere
one
over the
when I checked out the article again yesterday. So that is good. So basically that is it for LGBT news. Next thing we got going on is tech shit. So tech shit this week is gonna be.
Legitimatical.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Legitimatical.
Oh, alright.
Something like that. So
Spell it.
just
LGBTQ.
plus. So this weekend tech shit is kind of focused to more of the 9-to-5ers, but then also those who just browse on the computer in general. Okay. First thing going on is with Microsoft. So as you guys know, Microsoft has been trying to push the Microsoft Edge browser on all of their devices for the last couple of years, and then advising users not to use Internet Explorer. Basically, at this point, they are just telling you not to use Internet Explorer anymore. Basically, Chris Jackson, which is a cybersecurity expert in the Windows division.
Fuck was that? Did you die?
Don't die. I'm not dying. I'm not.
Dark Souls, you died.
Title and all, screen and all.
Credit scene.
So basically, he is saying that Internet Explorer is not a browser you want to go into as your default browser. In long story short,
Really?
Yeah.
That means they're not updating their security features with Internet Explorer. You're opening yourself to all types of risks because we're not putting no more money in this shit, basically.
Basically, what it is.
That too, but no, it's famously the Swiss cheese of browsers.
Yeah, Internet Explorer is horrible.
And that's the thing, they stopped developing all like the security codes and everything
They
like Internet
stopped
Explorer.
developing Internet Explorer after Windows 98. They should have just
That's shady as fuck. Well, low key, I've not tried Edge, but the chatter about Edge is that it's actually a brilliant browser.
I've tried the Edge
So
before.
It's not
I'm
bad.
curious to try it out.
Personally, I'm a
I don't know
Chrome
about
boy,
it.
but
No, they've been saying
Edge
it's
isn't
like
too
the best
bad.
browser out there now, and I'm
Yeah,
very curious
it's
about it.
like coming up on Chrome real hard.
Right.
Yeah.
It don't matter because they just said stop using this shit.
No,
No, it's not
Internet
Internet
Explorer,
Yeah.
not Edge.
Oh, why ain't they the same thing?
No.
No, they're not.
I thought they was the same
Hey,
thing.
welcome-
They just
As a coding in
And I
the
understand
system,
that,
they are
like,
different.
I understand that Microsoft, everything is in the Explorer, but in this case,
I thought
that's not the case.
I always
No.
thought it was the same thing. They just changed the name, right?
No, it's
completely
different
redeveloped
different
the
coding,
browser.
different program, different everything. So, and yeah, definitely Edge has definitely been on the come
I use
up.
Chrome. Fuck that shit.
I don't like Chrome either because it takes up way too
Ah,
much
you're
resources.
So,
I used to use Firefox.
Sound like a broke down Pokemon.
Firefox used to be that.
I still use Firefox.
It used to be that girl. I'm not gonna lie. Firefox
Sorry,
used to be
broke
that
down
girl,
Pokemon.
and I was just like, no, not anymore.
No, it's still.
They've
They've
slow.
gotten rid of those whole the cache issues.
Did they?
Chrome still has it though,
They do.
They do.
and that's why I don't fuck with Chrome.
Because low key, I be signing in on things and they be saying that yeah, you're signed in, or yeah, you're signed in too many times. It's like, y'all do understand I've only been on this computer or this thing once, right? Okay. So that's the other thing with that. The other thing going on with text shit is a cool new trick for Gmail that they have unveiled on Monday for those who use the G Suite. Your right clicker has more options now. So now you're able to right click a menu where it'll give you the options to reply, forward, and search your emails directly from your inbox. Click your click. So users are able to search
your click.
all emails from a sender as well as all emails with the same subject. You're also able to open multiple emails as well.
Nigga, you sleep smoking.
He's just doing his thing right now. So.
Oh, I thought you was sleep smoking.
No, he tried to blow
Leave
clouds.
Godzuki alone.
Blowing smoke holes. Like, leave me alone.
It's like
You know,
You was giving me total Godzuki. I was there for it.
So you can do a lot of things. You can also snooze notifications. You can also add label. So basically with this, it just gives you more options with the right click. I know for a lot of people who use Gmail, especially use business. I missed that. You want to get efficient stuff done. So the right click doing that is really good. This has started out, like I said, on Monday, but it should be released publicly everywhere by the 22nd. So yeah.
got down kind of hard.
Next.
Wrong pipe.
Thank you, next.
Very wrong.
Okay. Anyway, we're at Bullshyt of the week, actually.
Next.
Right. Thank you. But basically, last thing going on is Bullshyt of the week. So we got your weekly
You missed
shit.
your mark.
Bullshit of the
We
week
got your
going
pet.
on.
I'm gonna find your ass.
Oh.
I'm gonna find your ass.
Hello.
We got a few hours of bullshit.
We're gonna just get right
You
into
supposed
it,
to
y'all.
get turn shit. You supposed to get your mark.
So basically, for those who've been reading or listening about the whole situation, so Liam Neeson has a new movie coming out, and basically,
I did not even want to touch this subject. Okay.
You said who?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson,
Racist?
Liam Neeson,
Yeah.
racist. He was promoting a new movie, and basically, a lot of people are saying like how he got this,
What's
like how
the movie called?
Does anyone care at this point?
So basically, does anyone care about this point?
Is it the story of Gucci?
Woo. So no, trust me, it's not Gucci though. But basically, in one of the promotion interviews, y'all, please. Basically, he's saying on the interview that he can understand why the character goes this way. I guess it's a vendetta story of revenge. And basically, he said in an interview that one of his girlfriends, women friends that he was with, that she was raped. And basically, he asked her who it was, and she said it was a black man. And basically, said in an interview saying that I was so enraged, I was so angry that literally every night
That's all I needed to hear.
Okay.
He would say basically every night he would have a slogger. I can't remember what he said, but basically it's a club. Basically what he was saying, he had a club on him, and he would go to every bar every night, and some black guy would come out, and he would just hope that it would cause him some trouble, and basically that he was ready to knock him out. So a lot of people basically gave him backlash and saying the fact that he was racist for the fact that you were just literally spying on any brother that was coming out.
No, we have to present it right. He basically went out looking for a black bastard to assault because.
Yes, well he said black bastard, but yes, black man, yes.
Yeah.
So I say
newsflash, Liam Neeson. Black people be chilling. We don't be starting shit. You out looking for somebody.
Should we call ICE on him? Because he's not from America.
He not.
Here in UK.
Yeah, he UK.
No, he was doing this in the UK though.
Uh-oh.
Now on Good Morning
Queen.
America, Good Morning America, actually, he did talk about
there
it.
too. So
there is.
You said what? You said there's a lot of what?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Whoop. Anyway, last week he did talk about Good American. He did talk about on the Good Morning America and Robin Roberts for the interview in regards to the whole interview. He said in Good Morning America.
Why do you know that Robin Roberts like she the new Oprah?
I mean, yeah. Hey, every interview you gotta go with it.
I mean, I like Robin Roberts. Don't get me wrong. I
guess she's the new Oprah by osmosis.
But she is not the Oprah. She's not.
Wow.
They call Barbara Walters to bring her out of retirement for big interviews.
Okay. So basically, when he went to Good Morning America,
you're an asshole.
I can't with y'all.
But I agree.
Horrible.
Okay.
Moving on.
Anyway, he says basically on the interview that he never felt this feeling before in regards to how he wanted to lash out or how he wanted to handle the situation. But he said that after there were some nights I went out deliberately in black areas in the city looking to be set. After there were some nights I went out deliberately into black areas looking to be set upon so I can unleash physical violence. I did it for, I may say, maybe 4 or 5 times until I caught myself on and then really turned to a priestess, 2 good friends, and power working to work through his issues. He says I'm not racist. This is nearly 40 years ago.
All right, Jordan.
If she said it was an Irish or a Scot or a Brit or a Lithuanian, I know I would have felt the same effect. I was trying to stand up for my dear friend in this terrible medieval fashion. I'm a fairly intelligent guy, and that's why it kind of shocked me that it came to Earth after having terrible feelings. Luckily, no violence occurred ever, thanks to God. When he asked if he actually would have gone with the devious plans, he said yes without hesitation. That was my feeling, that why I didn't want to lash out. Yes, because my friend was brutally raped, and I thought I was defending her honor. We all pretend we're kind of politically correct. I mean, in this country, it's the same in my own country, too. You sometimes just scratch the surface, you discover there's racism and bigotry, and it's there. So, here's my thing about that. Sir, you said, and I quote, any black bastard that came out of a bar. You at that point was enraged and not sure who it was.
Liam Neeson voice. Any black bastard.
Her! Yeah. So, as much as you turn to God, okay, as much as you turn to God and you say that you're not racist, already, that just already puts you in a hole.
When you guys say you're not racist, more than likely...
You are racist.
Thank you.
This is a man that we love the Taken series from, and basically now you're just kind of saying like I'm having a slug around me, and if I'm getting rage,
it goes in the category. It goes in the category if you want to go to like LGBT talk. When you say
I just throw this on here.
It's no shade, but there's always shade.
There is always shade.
I just throw this on here to just have all the statements out there, but he was saying that anyone that would like start shit with him. So.
Pause.
A bar though, like people get drunk at a bar.
Wait,
like some people might.
Like he was looking for anybody that would start shit with him that he was gonna like take out.
But it's a bar. If you trying to find guys at a bar and they already drinking,
it doesn't excuse it at all. I'm just saying, let's put it on there.
He was also king this shit.
And that's why I hate you so much.
You just trying to get people when they leave.
I do see it. I'm always trying to play devil's advocate.
Just because I'm drunk don't mean I'm weak. I might fuck you even worse because I'm drunk.
So just like I just don't understand.
No, I'll probably be just trying to fuck you if I was drunk. So
pause.
No, this is true.
That's why I paused.
So basically,
pause.
Wow. Are there thoughts in regards to Liam and his little comment on GMA, and then also on the interview he did with the Independent?
I've gone through mental acrobats about this. It's just, I can't really excuse it.
There's no mental acrobats to go through about that was an unexcusable action.
No, I always try to define
sides of the rape is a serious thing. I don't condone rape. I'm sorry that happened to your friend, but you tried it, bitch.
Yeah, it's just there was no excuse in that. You just looking to just fight with somebody.
Eric, you want to say something?
Oh my God! I'm fucking done with you.
gonna reserve my comments for later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, well,
If there's a few black eyes later, you know what happened.
right. Wig snatching, eyes gone.
Wig snatching, hair pulling.
Okay.
Sheree here. Ooh.
No, we look at each other
Yikes.
here.
So, no, we all, there's all love at the end of the day. But next thing we got going on with Bullshit of the Week is a pretty funny one as well. So, James the Giant's Peach, if you guys know, is a...
Giant peach.
Yes, James and the Giant Peach.
Not peach emoji.
Yes.
James and the Giant Peach emoji.
Okay.
It is a classic written by Ronald Dahl, and it was also, produced with Tim Burton.
I thought it was a Tim Burton movie.
It's a Tim Burton movie.
My comment is very valid now with Tim Burton involved.
Well, it was the movie was done by Tim Burton and someone else, but Roald Dahl did the actual book. He wrote the book.
It's only about to say Ronaldo Ray.
Roald Dahl.
Let me see the name.
Geraldo.
Roald.
Yeah, Roald Dahl. So basically, there was Dahl.
Little Boo
There's a community theater. Dead guys.
I'm talking about.
Dead.
Alright.
There was a community theater in Pennsylvania actually that did a stage play of James the Giant Peach. And the main prop on the stage that was supposed to look like a peach looked something a little bit of more of the
Did they borrow from the Beastie Boys?
the more of a vulva-like aspect. So this was a
Wait.
That's a hoe?
at the community.
It was
That's
just
a kitty cat.
They got that for the Grammy Awards.
So that was the
They stole that from Janelle Monáe performance.
at the community theater. So a lot of people thought that it looked more of like the vagina monologues than James and the Giant Peach. So many people on Twitter and also those
Symphony.
and those of the community also, the theater community also talked about it as well. Even George Takei actually has shared it. Takai, sorry. He actually had retweeted it with his catchphrase.
Takashi 6ix9ine.
Teriyaki. What? Y'all was so rude.
There. He also retweeted the picture. And basically, the actual production company, which is called Dream Rights, they actually tweeted about it as well, saying, "We heard you like our set design. We'd like to offer you tickets to our show to check out the hard work of this James and
That was them
Johnny
saying, let's show you how to really do it right.
That's funny.
Now, the marketing coordinator of it actually confessed, saying that I didn't see that before, but now that's all I can see when I look at it. We had to design a peach big enough for the cast to stand inside of it, outside of it, on top of it, and design it exactly easy peach. Some comments from Twitter said,
Okay.
after a great performance, they'll get a standing ovulation.
That's me.
Come on, standing ovulation.
That's a knee slapper right there.
Woo! Mama ready to pop.
Another
What's the name? I
said,
follow this person.
Okay.
Oh shit.
another person was talking about their daughter being in the play, saying, "OMG, my daughter is in a James the Giant Peach show. Thankfully, her director just informed me our Peach will not look like that." One other person said,
So, what about the caterpillar? How did the caterpillar look coming out of the peach?
Ooh.
right. Another person said, community theater is so wholesome and the rest of us are perverts.
Well,
Yes.
Well, I own it. What the fuck? Whatever.
So, is it cute,
whoever
is it
designed
cute bullshit of the week for the fact that y'all really didn't look into this and thought of the design of a peach? But at the same time, it's cute that the fact that many people laughed about it.
I'm like, what virgin did you find that did this?
Nick, no.
I
The fact
mean,
George
seriously.
Takai just retweeted it, I was like, you can't get any more bigger than that. Especially with the catchphrase. Just like, it's so cute. So,
Oh, it's so pretty.
It was like,
Look at it.
look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Look at it.
Look at
Right? I'm not beautiful for it.
oh, was this a Sopranos prequel? Like, this is totally a big pussy right there, right?
it. So,
Pussy,
that's definitely
pussy,
a funny
pussy.
little pussy.
Pussy.
Okay.
Yes, like.
That was still the side. That was
What was
not
that?
me.
That was fucking Grace Jones.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So,
Pussy, pussy, pussy.
so yes,
What is
So-
pussy?
that. Last thing we got going on.
A very bougie cat.
Very bushy. Last thing we got going on with Bullshit of the Week is the. Whoa. Hello.
Whoa.
We have the hot topic going on in the culture right now, which is
What it
the Gucci sweater backlash and
Oh,
whole
goodness.
topic that's been going
It's
on.
so Gucci flip flops.
So, going back a little bit of how this first started, basically Gucci had presented a toe neck sweater that they were promoting, and basically it
What are you
was
doing?
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
and it was called, and it is the balaclava jumper.
stuff like that. Wait.
So basically, the sweatshirt was a long collar, and on the slit it had a red mouth slit. And for a lot of people looking into it, it got a lot of offensive imagery and racial imagery. So basically, Gucci had apologized about the situation a couple of days after people started noticing, saying that they deeply apologized for the offense caused by the wool balaclava jumper, and it said in the statement on Twitter last week. We consider diversity to be a fundamental value to be fully upheld, respected, and at the forefront of every decision we make. We are fully committed to increasing diversity through our organization and turning this incident into a learning, powerful moment for the Gucci team and beyond. Now, Prada also has some situations back in the holiday season. Apparently, has some merchandise with monkeys, and that also got people upset. So,
Wait, that was supposed to be a monkey?
that's supposed to be a monkey with the stuff they did back in the beginning, back in
Full
the
stop. This
holiday.
Whatever.
You can never excuse H&M.
Wait, you mean them Sambo looking little tags should supposed to be monkeys?
Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
hey,
Yo.
hey. Let's hear what Cole has to say.
No,
Thank you.
see, you trying to clown me though, but I was
No, I'm not. I'm not
Yes,
trying to
you are.
clown you at all.
I was gonna fully own that. All I saw was the imagery of the sweater, and I didn't take it the same way. But when I saw the rest of the line that went with it, like, okay, that was something completely different.
All I have to say is how I feel about these high-end labels. It is mostly Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton. Y'all, they promote this stuff, and African Americans buy into it so much, and then it fails y'all, and then y'all want to cry, "Oh, it's racism." Y'all supported them from the beginning. If y'all didn't support them as much as y'all do and support your own lines made by your own people, then y'all wouldn't be screaming up, hollering something's racist when something you might feel is offensive, which I don't condone because it's an ugly ass sweater. It's not even a part of the whole racist thing to me. It's just ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
Here's my question though. With sorry before I'm drunk at this moment.
And it's Tuesday.
With the onset of H&M,
You got it.
Prada, and what's this current one?
Gucci.
Is there a concerted effort to like push us out of their branding with our current political climate?
I agree.
Honestly, like,
No, because that's what
that's
what
been
they
said
sell
before that they are not making those for us.
And even Hilfiger, they've all spoken out saying that we did not make these clothes for you. We didn't make these things for you.
We didn't know.
H&M didn't come out
We
and say
didn't know it
that.
was gonna. He'll
Not
figure.
H&M, but these other ones. With our current climate of Trump is ruling all and are bearing our.
We don't speak
Let's
that
just be
name.
honest, bearing our racist
We don't speak that.
sentiments.
We don't speak that name. We say he who should not be named.
Or 45.
45. With our, bearing our racist sentiments without any like hesitance.
He who should not be
Is
named.
this like another move to say that like we just want you out of our shit and we're just gonna promote this for our own?
Yep. What's next?
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Well, that was your bullshit for the week.
Yeah,
So,
that's exactly
you can
what
find
it
us
is.
at.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
They don't, it's a catch-22. They don't want our money, but our money makes up the majority of the profit of your product.
That's the part about it.
And that's the thing about
it. As our people don't realize, like, if you take this money and put it somewhere else.
Ooh, if we would actually realize our numbers and get on the
Shout out.
That's a whole different.
But yeah,
That's a whole different conversation.
Shout
We had that
out.
conversation for days.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
Drunk and sober.
Wake up!
Come through, Alicia! Anyway, drunk and sober.
Come through.
I was thinking more so Lawrence.
Shout out
school days.
to Lewis Stewart, which is actually no. Lewis Stewart is actually a brand by a black-owned fashion designer, which is actually getting a lot of clout from a lot of celebrities, actually black celebrities that are starting to buy their brand. Tiffany Haddish, Anthony Anderson, I believe, also has some of their merch. I want to say Lil Scrappy and McMill also have have them as well as long as Mimi Foss. So basically, Lewis Stewart is basically a high-end brand, and it's a black-owned. So
Shower Rod Mimi?
yeah, Shower Rod Mimi.
Okay.
Shout out to Lewis
When
Stewart.
she made money off
Check
that
them
shower
out.
ride, they sold their Home Depot and
Get
shower ride.
high-end brand stuff that is from us. But basically, as you know, other rappers and other people of the culture has boycotted against Gucci and Prada. Spike Lee has probably said he's no longer wearing Prada and Gucci. Of course, T.I. has announced last week that he's putting out a 3-month boycott
Spike Lee always look like a
for
homeless person when
Gucci.
you see him. What Prada and Gucci wear?
Now, with T.I. being someone who bought Gucci in the past and now saying he is boycotting them is also a very
I
interesting
can see him
thing.
floating past the store.
Spike Lee?
Floating into the store? I don't know.
So, other people have said it's Walker Flock, Soldier Boy. And Russell Simpson has also talked about.
Oh, Soldier Boy finally took off that Gucci headband?
Yeah, he said he's been going through like laser treatments to get it removed. No,
he's
tattoo actually.
He
the Gucci.
Because the whole Dre thing he had on the actual.
Dre?
Yeah, he said like I think he said 2 treatments so far to get the Gucci tattoo removed from his forehead.
All you have to do is get the cream.
Fuck you get Gucci tattooed on your damn
forehead
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And who get a tattoo on their damn forehead?
Mm. And it's the same thing we were talking about.
Conversation for another day.
Mm-hmm. And that's the same thing like with Lil Pump earlier with Everyday Struggle when they were talking about that, and like, you know, Lil Pump got the song Gucci Gang, and he talked about saying, you know, he's not with Gucci or anything about the sense of racist shit. But he said, you know, Gucci Gang did change my life. It got me from the racist.
I can respect
that. No, I can't respect that though, to be honest. I see what he's saying, but there's been a whole culture of taking the lyrics and remixing that shit for the climate. I feel he should perform the song, but he should probably do a remix version of it where it's not supporting Gucci.
Well, I don't know the lyrics of the song. Is he, other than Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, is he actually talking about rocking Gucci in the song?
Don't get me wrong, because I was not there.
No, he is talking about Gucci, like in the song. That's why Gucci Gang.
Yeah, you need to do a remix, bro.
Someone burning the camera.
Now, Dapper Dan, he did speak out on Sunday in regards to the situation. He said basically, in quotes, "I am a black man before I am a brand. Another fashion house has gotten it outrageously long. Wow. Outrageously wrong. Right, all the policies.
Outrageously wrong.
All of them.
Not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Hush. Anyway, basically he said that they got it outrageously wrong. There is no excuse nor apology that can erase this kind of insult. But basically, you know, he's trying to talk to Gucci and basically see what they can do. He says the CEO of Gucci has agreed to come with me from Italy to Harlem this week to meet with me along with members of the community and other industry leaders. There cannot be inclusivity without accountability. I will hold everyone accountable.
Not translate.
Please do.
Yes.
Black translations by
Yes.
Cliff Jumper.
These niggas fucked up. I'm gonna take them deep in the hood so they can get a dose of me, so we can try to recover from this. Because he's a part of that brand now.
He's a part of it, but he's not a designer, though. That's the thing.
And
He's just a curator.
And that was another translations by Cliff Jumper. Hood translations by Cliff Jumper.
That might be a segment.
That might be a segment. I like that segment.
All right.
Yeah,
It's becoming a thing.
I like that.
Hood to English.
Yes. So, I mean, overall, why are we doing Jeopardy?
It was a pause. I was just trying to fill it.
I mean, there was a little deep pause. Don't get me wrong, but
Did the black girl get the job? Do we know that if the black girl got the
what
job?
black girl?
Oh, you just brought up Jeopardy and I thought about that.
Dead.
Because you know, Alice Trebek retiring and there was a black girl up a Jeopardy job.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
That's. I mean, that's good.
Next episode.
Yeah,
right.
that'll be something we'll check out, next week. But that is it for our bullshit of the week, and that is your week of the recent happenings of the world. Be sure to check us out over at BeatsAndBull YouTube right now. That you are checking us out. It is Beats and Bull. Check out our YouTube
What up,
page.
dog?
Check out some of our check out some of our clips from last week on our live podcast, and also check out the podcast over on SoundCloud. That is Beats and Bull Hood Geek. Would be under the username. So just check out Hood Geek and check over Beats and Bull on the playlist. And then on our social media, Twitter and as well as Instagram, it is Beats and Bull. Facebook, we also have a group, so join the Bullshitters movement at Beats and Bull Pod. Again, that is Beats and Bull Pod. And then for new viewers that are checking us out, email us over at beatsandbull@gmail.com for articles going on in your hood, things going on in music, songs you want to give us that we can display. Want to definitely put on some music for you guys and just some fun stuff. We got some good things going on for you guys. Thank you guys for another week. Were there any closing announcements from you guys? Cole, Eric, Rich?
It's cold as shit outside.
It's gonna be 41 tomorrow, so that's good.
Tony Braxton gonna be here tomorrow.
Oh yes, Valentine's Day, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry you're gonna miss the concert.
I'm going to the concert.
Are you going still?
We don't leave till Friday.
Oh, awesome.
I just told them I'm coming into work.
Enjoy yourself and her boobs.
Trust me, I will. I'm gonna hide so I don't get fired.
Yes.
Anyway.
We'll check you guys out next week.
Sweet
Thank
ones,
you so
everybody.
much.
Good night.
See you guys.
Deuces.
Bye, bullshitters.
See you bullshitters.
All right, turds.
Turds.
We're not calling them turds.
We're not? You sure?
No.
Later, turds.
Alright, how I end this shit?